We spread love all across the nation with bitch give me some head and taste my rainbow. Just eat that pussy and munch on that ass. It's all about showing love with me, man. That's all it's about, man.
Do you have any thoughts on the No Kings movement and protests happening today?
Oh yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with the fuck Trump. You know what I'm saying? Program. Even though he freed Larry Hoover and some shit like that, he tried to get him out of there. I really don't know what to say once he did that. But other than that, it was fuck Trump.
So we came out to the No Kings protest in Columbus, which is not happening today. Instead, they had a float with the No Kings garb and a bunch of people out with signs anyway, who were still passionate about the message and wanted to speak out about it.
Because Pride fell on the same day as the No Kings protest, we thought, why not put it together? We've got a big float with the message of No Kings. We don't want dictators, we don't want fascism, we want our dissent to be allowed in this country. We don't want to upstage Pride because we really value the LGBT community, which includes me. And in addition to that, we feel like getting the message of no fascism and what that means for our country to the huge jubilant crowds at Pride is a really good use of our freedom of speech.
I'm very unhappy with the direction that President Trump is taking the country. And so we need to protest and say hands off of things. Hands off of our democracy, hands off of our rights. We need to defend our rights.
How does this kind of coincide with the military parade today in D.C. and the stuff going on in L.A.? What are kind of your thoughts on everything going on the coast right now?
It's all falling apart. That's, it's like it's too much, it's overload, and you have to do something. You have to show that this is just not right. None of this is right. The L.A. stuff is very wrong. What they're doing to immigrants is horrible, and the stupid military parade, what a waste of money. So every day I think I need to do something. Exactly. And so this is my little something.
I feel like the No Kings message deserves to be elevated at all times. We are a democracy, and our democratic norms and laws are being violated. As we know, there was a court decision that said that no, Trump could not deploy those National Guards people from California to the riots. We need to stand up for the rule of law every day, and this particular day, because of this display of military might, which is one of the signs of fascism, it's a very good day for us to be standing up and saying, no, that's not our country. We are America. We are not a monarchy. We are not a dictatorship. We are a free country.
We have checks and balances for a reason, and it's a shame that our legislative and our judicial branches are not doing what they need to do to stand up. So we need to stand up.
Yeah.
No one is above the law, and that includes the president.
What are some examples of the ways he's been above the law that kind of jumped out to you as problematic or concerning?
He's a convicted felon, and he's in office. A convicted felon cannot vote, but they can be in office. That doesn't seem right. And on top of it, the DOJ cuts, the cuts to education, the ICE raids, let's just come in and just clean out things we don't like and people that don't agree with us. I mean, he flat out said that he's going to meet protesters with strong force.
Tell me a little bit about your message here.
It's basically to get this money right here, man. We spread love all across the nation with bitch give me some head and taste my rainbow. Just eat that pussy and munch on that ass. It's all about showing love with me, man. That's all it's about, man. Spread the love. If you know what it is. If not, just like me. If you don't love me, just like me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 105 Sauce guys. Shout out to Nez, two Nez doing your thing. Whole 105 Sauce got chirp. Don't forget to go get y'all bitch give me some head and taste the rainbow. All sizes, guys. Can't find these in stores, only right here, whatever street this is.
Why was it important to you to come out and represent at Pride and sell your merch at Pride?
Because I know they be lit. They don't be playing no games. They be turned up out here. They ain't worried about nothing but joyful, happy times and, you know what I'm saying, kicking it, doing their thing out here.
Do you have any thoughts on the No Kings movement and protests happening today?
Oh, yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with the fuck Trump. You know what I'm saying? Program. Even though he freed Larry Hoover and some shit like that, he tried to get him out of there. I really don't know what to say once he did that. But other than that, it was fuck Trump. You know what I'm saying? But shit, other than that, he my nigga. And Trump getting money. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get money like everybody else, but I can't knock that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He just
Anything
like
else
me.
you'd like to say about your...
Yeah, you stay cute, stay fly, and enjoy your day, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm straight up. Bitch, give me some head. All sides just don't go home without one of those.
I'm here because of this vision. God asked me this morning and been down 3 years, where are my Abrahams? Where are the ones that are interceding for our nation, for our communities, our families, and our schools? He done gave us the power to release, to love, to bring us. We too were like this. We might not have been in one thing, we was in another one. And if that love was strong enough to take him to the cross and bring me to him, then it's strong enough to take anybody that's in anything and bring them to him. That's what it's about.
So are you here in support of the pride, or are you?
I'm here in support of God.
Now we're here in Wheeling, West Virginia, where several hundred people have gathered to protest for No King's Day. This is the second protest of the day.
Tell me a little bit about the Lord Farquaad costume. What is your vision here?
Okay, so the famous quote is, "Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make." And it kind of seems like that's the direction we're headed. So I figured it was a pretty poignant way to make a point.
Can you give some examples of that in recent history?
Sure. The ICE raids, where they're going into people's workplaces, we're having people detained and whisked off, where families don't know where they are. Kids are being left home with no idea where their parents went. And if we talk about even Gaza, the amount of children that have had to be sacrificed for what we have here is insane. It is complete and total insanity. And every time that the UN has come to a resolution, the only dissenting state other than Israel is the United States. So they may want to get all of the fairy tale creatures out of their swamp, but it's not happening.
Obviously, West Virginia is a very red, very, very Trump-supportive state. Why do you think it's important in Wheeling to come out and demonstrate like this? And are you surprised at the turnout at all?
I think that more people would agree with this than you might believe. And I think the loudest among us are not necessarily the majority. So, I mean, our Constitution gives the power to the people, and that's where we want to keep it.
We came out for the first hands-off protest that they had in Elm Grove, and we've seen a distinct decline in the amount of people hurling insults when they drive by versus the amount of people now that are honking and showing messages of support. And to me, I think that means that the fact that people are willing to demonstrate is having an impact at least some level.
Well, this is Appalachia, right? So this is home of the Mother Jones fight for child labor rights. This is the home of Blair Mountain. This is our first capital here. And West Virginia's motto is Montanus Semper Liberi, mountaineers are always free. So for people to show up, it really feels like we're embodying that. Like, it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter how you try to infringe on our rights. Mountaineers will always be free, and it is our job to liberate others.
Can you talk more to what No Kings means to you?
Basically, we elected representatives to represent the people, and one man should not be the ruling factor in the United States. And we feel like Trump's overreach and all the executive orders and everything he's doing in order to assert more power and coalesce more power in one office is just not right. I mean, our representatives aren't fighting or pushing back against anything that basically the courts have said a lot of the actions are illegal. And so why is nobody enforcing the orders that the court is putting out there? Why are our representatives not intervening on behalf of their constituents?
What are your thoughts on the big military parade happening today in Washington that's coinciding with Trump's birthday?
Well, there's only so many regimes that like to do those kinds of things, and all of them we have dissented against. So I think that speaks volumes.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the No Kings movement here?
I think pretty much this speaks for itself, And if you start to look, and I've been scrolling around online, and it seems like the country's starting to show up a little bit more every week as it goes by. So
they're going to do anything in their power to try to turn us against each other, but we are all Americans. It doesn't matter what your creed, your nationality. If you are here on our soil, you are afforded due process based on our Constitution. And that was revolutionary when they wrote it. It is revolutionary now.
I'm just observing.
Okay.
Okay. I have a problem with the fact that people support people coming here illegally. And I can relate to that because my wife is from another country. She had no criminal record. Yet I had to come here. I had to go to Pittsburgh, fill out an application, pay for an attorney, be interrogated by the U.S. Immigration Department in order to bring her here to marry her. To me, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, but it is. I mean, I don't care who comes into this country. I don't care who marries who. That's their decision. But when they start this stuff that it's, it's okay for people to come here illegally, and then people like me that pay, then I have a problem with that, Now, if they want to lobby Congress and change the law so that either everybody can come here free or everybody has to pay, I'm all for it. But I can't do the hypocritical thing where it's like, oh, this is okay for these people, but it's not okay for the people that live here.
I'm wondering what your response is to the approach that
I don't think it's right to have any unmarked vehicle, to tell you the truth. I mean, they're supposed to be the authorities. They should be marked. If I ever look in the mirror and there's a car back there, it looks like a Dodge Charger, I'm going to drive right to the police department. I don't know who that person is in that car. No, I don't agree with that. I do agree with that. They should be marked. Shouldn't be this sneak attack thing.
So do you think Trump is doing a good job of handling immigration in the country right now?
Yes, if they're taking out who needs to be taken out, the criminals and everything like that. Okay, my theory of it is, if you're here illegally and you're working and you're supporting your family and you're not going after all the benefits, then why would they deport you? But if they're not coming here just for a welfare system or whatever and for all the benefits, then I have no problem with it.
What are your responses to the No Kings movement and the claims that Trump is moving more towards authoritarianism?
Well, first of all, kings inherit the position. They don't get elected. And there's somebody carrying a sign that says, we're a constitution, not a kingdom, or whatever it says. And it's like, well, that's what we have. We have the right to vote for somebody. They voted for Biden and put him in office. Nobody could do anything about it for 4 years. And that's another thing. And anybody in this country stands there, you're not going to stand there and tell me that there was not some kind of something going on with his mind. I witnessed it. I do not believe he ran this country for 4 years. That was a despicable act. That should have been, both Democrats and Republicans should have took notice on that. They're living in some fantasy land that somebody like that lawyer that's heading this group is telling them how to think, what to see when you see it. That's not what you see something else. I mean, that's basically what I've witnessed.
What are your thoughts on people protesting this, and are you supportive of them?
I don't care if they protest. I don't care if they protest as long as it's peaceful. That's your right in the country. You can protest wherever you want, Whether I think they're right or wrong or whatever, that's they think they're right, that's fine. As long as it doesn't get out of hand and my vehicle doesn't get damaged and they don't catch my house on fire and all that stuff, I don't care. I don't care what they do.
Anything else you'd like to add about the No Kings movement?
I think it's all I think they should change it because to me it doesn't sound legitimate when they say no kings, because if he was a king, then what he says would go. He wouldn't have to fight any courts to get it passed.
You don't think that's the case? In some instances, him sending the Marines and the National Guard in California against the government.
If they're getting out of hand.
That is against the Constitution.
Today is the day we put our foot on the ground and stand up, united, unwavering, and above all else, stronger than ever, because they have shown us something they never should have allowed us to see. We are connected. We are indivisible. We are capable of effecting change together. Stay loud, stay strong, and stay mobile, because we have just begun to fight.
We are here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for state number 3 in our 3 states one-day protest coverage on No King's Day.
I'm here for the same reason I think everybody else is, and it's to reject this illegal administration, I would say. It's just disgusting. I find it very, very disheartening, disgusting, and a lot of the times I feel as if I'm alone, but this proves to me that I'm not.
I support a free Palestine, but it's all connected to collective liberation. So the kidnapping of my loved ones here in the United States, the liberation of everyone, it's all connected.
What's going on is absolutely disgraceful, I think. It's, and this shirt, you pointed out this shirt. I mean, I'm wearing this just as solidarity, because the real problem is the oligarchs. It's the rich people. It's a class war, and it's destroying this country.
How do we fight that class war?
Like this, and making sure we're paying attention. They say democracy dies in darkness for a reason. You have to actually pay attention. Kind of has to be not a taboo to talk about politics with your friends and shit. We need to talk about it more. We need to be comfortable talking about it more in a way that's not too aggressive to each other, where we're talking past each other. But when one side denies straight facts, it's not we can't have a conversation. I honestly don't know how we fight this, just because of the fact that there are so many people out there that just deny basic reality, and that's a problem.
Can you speak to like kind of what's been going on with the ICE raids and then what's concerning to you?
Foster children who are undocumented, people who are just going about their day, innocent people, and ICE is trained by the Israeli military. So many of our police forces are trained by the Israeli military, and we're funding the Israeli military. So it's this cycle that is of violence that's repeating itself. And we could all be a lot freer if we weren't in this white supremacist military, like settler colonial mindset. And that's what is motivating me and a lot of the people working together and that I care about.
Can you speak more to the No Kings message and how that ties into your message and what you're standing for today?
I think the idea that none of us want to be ruled by a tyrant, and there are a lot, and like, so the idea of being free from colonialism, like there's a lot of kings. So it started out with kings, so that definitely like resonates with me.
Break down what happened.
I'm down here probably like everyone else here. I saw those two individuals going up to different people, acting like there was some sort of, like they're interviewing them for some purpose or reason that's legitimate. But then I saw them cracking up and laughing, and I saw the people getting upset, and I was overhearing it, and they're baiting those individuals and is saying whatever they think they want them to say. Well, anyway, they're baiting them and then making fun of them, and they're going to get that rebroadcasted, edited, whatever, as some podcast, who knows, whatever bullshit. I was like, fuck this. You know, I saw one man stand up and follow him a little bit. I'm thinking, I'm in, right? So I go up, and I figure I'm going to give him not what he wants, which is he wanted me to talk. So I shoved this in front of the camera, and I got like this in front of it, so sorry. But you know, an inch or two away from his face. So
why is it important at events like this to step in when things like that come up?
It's a microcosm of what we need to do as a group. You go up and do something about it. I know they're about, hey, be careful, you don't want this to turn into a violent protest. But I didn't turn it violent. I just walked up to the guy. He goes, "That's a free country, I can go anywhere I want." Well, same with me. I'm gonna stand right next to you, an inch away from your face. Someone's got to take a stand. You know what I mean? This is from a pastor, Martin Niemöller, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, in World War II Nazi Germany. He was a pastor, initially sympathetic to the Nazis, went along with stuff, and as things progressed, he realized how wrong it was, and when he took a stand, he was in prison. And later on, he wrote a poem that some people would call it "First They Came for Me," and it talks about, you know, the Nazis came for this group, that individual, but it wasn't me, and then they came for me, and there was no one else to speak. So we gotta talk together, speak together, stand up during that little interaction or big stuff like the voting box or whatever. Action is it. You know, I know a lot of people are pissed. We're sitting behind their closed doors. I'm pissed, and I should probably be doing more, and I'm figuring it out. But you know, we got to turn it into action.
Can you speak more to the No Kings message and what that means to you right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're a democracy. We have a constitution. It's not. This is a takeover. I'm tired of politicians being complicit. The entire fucking GOP is complicit with this. And the Democrats, Fetterman, I've sent him, like he fucking reads them, but 10 million fucking emails, and I get the same thing. Oh, I'm trying to work across the aisle. I'm trying to do. No, you can't negotiate with and they're fascists. People throw that stuff out, but I'm throwing it out because it's legit. They're fascists, and it's the whole Ukraine Russian thing. Seriously, peace in our time. Oh, god damn it, fucking Trump and fucking Vance. Oh, well, all we want is peace. Stop the killing. Fuck you. No, you don't. You don't have a goddamn fucking moral bone in your fucking body. You know, there are things worth living for, and there's things worth dying for too. They have no fucking clue. I'm sure it's got something to do with fucking money. That's all it's got to fucking do with. They are so fucking wrong. And then the sooner people in this fucking country wake up and realize all the shit that's going down, whether you're wherever you sit, get out of your fucking comfort zone. Because comfort zone has got us here. What did fucking Trump say? Oh, if they spit, we'll hit. Are you fucking out of your mind? It was great to see everybody out here. You know what I mean? It was great, you know.